Watercooler. Watercooler.
Oh, I'm gonna throw in that one. Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. You know how the show goes. Hi, Chris Locks. I'm on to kick it with Mike Roll, Digital Bud, and Gary, and Kaylin, and Matt. With me today, all the way in Long Beach, California, we've got Kaylin Bean.
What's going on?
Hi, Kaylin.
Hey, Chris.
And in Orange County, California, Mr. Gary Smith is here.
What's up?
Yes, sir. And then all the way in Austin, Texas, Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hi, Matt. And
Hi, Chris.
and lastly but not leastly, all the way in North Hollywood, California, Mr. Mike Dawson.
What's crapping, my friends?
Oh, yeah. We all here. We all here. I'll tell you what's crapping. I'm planning a birthday party, a rager.
For who?
A rager or a raver?
Oh, both. It's a raver rager.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're all the ravers.
Insomniacs may be invited.
Yeah,
later.
Caitlin's gonna feel right at home.
Oh yeah, Insomniac will be there.
No, planning the 1-year-old birthday party, and
What color smash cake?
oh, it's all surprise. I'm not gonna give everything away.
Okay.
It is space themed though, so I'm putting together like a space playlist of all space songs. A lot of Bowie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a couple.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Couple.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds?
Would that count? I guess so.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Then
Write
she's
it
in the
down.
sky.
I thought Across the Universe would be more apt,
Okay. You like that kind
right?
of
Muse has some has a few.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
It all works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
yeah,
it's
really wanna
gonna
check it out.
yeah. This playlist is going to slap and
If only you'd seen the soundtrack to Interstellar.
if only. If only. Yeah, so I'm doing that, getting it all ready. We got like party favor bags for the kids, putting that together. Cause that's a thing I have to think about now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What favors are in there?
I don't want to give it away because you
Are
know
you gonna give anything away?
I'm
give us a
just
little
I'm just
taste.
saying that I'm doing. I'll give you a taste after. I'm not. You know, what if these kids are listening to the podcast right now? They're just licking their lips. Knowing what
Was
they're
that
about
a
to get
thing
into.
with all you guys? Did you all get gifts at someone else's birthday?
I'd hardly call them gifts.
Yeah, it was like a little rubber monster that you put on the end of your
Yeah.
finger, and you
Like
kinda,
the Chinese
bounce it
finger
around.
traps that you
Yeah.
would just like fuck around with.
Which
Maybe-
in retrospect, I don't like begrudge the parents because when you have to do it times 30, if you spend more than $5, it's fucking, gets ridiculous. But yeah, it was always a little.
Okay, so it was but it was nothing ridiculous. It was just
It
Nah.
was some $2
dollar store or
toy.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was the kind of thing that you get on Oriental Trading. I can't believe it's still called
Yeah.
that, by the way. But
We
you
never-
pay $100, you pay $20, and you get like 1,000
Right.
rubber balls to put in the bags.
I never experienced that growing up.
That's where you got your rubber balls. Oriental
That's where I
Trading.
got them.
It's probably also where Matt got his first dice.
That's what got him into it. It awoken the beast. So yeah, I shall be returning the Chinese finger traps and the finger monsters because those sound pretty lame now after you guys make fun of them all these years.
I'm
later.
pretty sure Chinese finger traps are always a hit, regardless of age or scenario. No, if I come across a Chinese finger trap today, I will put it on.
We'll make
I
some
will do it.
Chinese. Are they really Chinese?
I don't think
That-
in 2024 they are.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, if it's it just sounded weird to say. But anyway, I'm putting the party favor bags together, or Jenny is. I shouldn't take the credit for that because she might listen to this. And taco guy, we got a taco guy,
Nice.
and I will say the price of taco guys way more
Tough.
than they.
It's up there.
What happened?
I don't know.
Literally,
But
I called 5 different taco places, taco guys.
let me guess. You couldn't get under $500.
They're going to be probably 80 to 100 people at this thing.
Oh, you definitely couldn't get under $500.
$15 a person.
Oh no.
Mm.
I'm not even
For
good at math, but that
tacos?
sounds like a lot.
It would be cheaper for me to do a Chipotle run and just get everybody's order and head
Yeah.
over.
Let's get
'Cause-
Ryan on that. Do you still have that guy's contact number?
He'll come 3 days later. I couldn't believe him. Like, I wouldn't spend $15 on tacos on me alone. Why am I spending that on everybody else? That's insane. So when I heard the first quote, I laughed. I laughed and said, "Okay, good luck finding business." I called a bunch of other places, same price. There's a monopoly.
Chris finally calls back the first guy, and he just picks up the phone laughing.
Exactly. Yeah, he knew.
I recognize your
He knew.
number.
He knew I'd come crawling back. Unbelievable for tacos. So that's what I'm at.
Now, I know you don't want to give anything away here, but is this purveyor of food going to be providing more than just tacos? Will there be, say, a quesadilla or a burrito upon request?
It's like it. Yeah, there will be, but
They throw in a bunch of stuff you don't necessarily want so they can justify their price. And Chris,
Yeah.
by the way, have Jenny talk to Joya because we have a place that would probably come to you that is probably a little better than that. I mean, it's still going to suck for you, but
already confirmed.
You already signed that paper.
Contract signed.
that sucks.
Pretty much all food-related conversations should be vetted amongst this
I
entire
should-
group. Before
I
you
tried to tell Jenny that.
live.
She's like, "We got to book this taco guy," and I said, "You shall not until I do the water cooler podcast because
Yeah.
we cannot make
Jenny,
any."
we tape it on Tuesday nights. You could wait.
She knows that. She knows that.
God.
But
Definitely
I told
don't
her
have a
no.
group chat that we talk about all the time.
That's true too. But she knows that I can't make any decision to confirm any decisions without the water cooler committee being part of our choices. So, So anyway, that's fun to think about. So I know Gary and Kaylin shall be there. So enjoy those tacos and eat as much as you can. Please.
I will.
Anyway, so dealing with all of that. Just came back from went to California Adventures on Friday.
That's the Disneyland
Yeah.
sister park?
It is, yeah. Disneyland Sister Park.
Took Benny.
Yeah, I decided to bring him along.
We took Will to California Adventure at almost the exact same age.
Like a couple days before one. Or a
Mhm.
week before. Yeah.
Actually,
So
with our friend who works at Disney.
he loved it. He loved it.
You like the giant loop on the Incredicoaster?
Yeah, he was bummed there's only one though.
Yeah.
And loves parades. I had no idea the majesty of parades. They're the shit. I could see people were lining up like an hour before, maybe even longer. I'm like, you paid all this money to get in Disneyland. You're just gonna sit on the sidewalk waiting for a parade
Oh,
that lasted about 7 minutes.
Egg on your face.
Egg on my face because that parade was awesome.
Toy Story 1? Soldiers?
Yeah, it was like a pic. How do you? Matt's in Texas and he knows more about
Spent-
Disneyland than I do.
Way too much of my life in those parks.
So
we caught a good angle at we were at Disneyland. We weren't at California Adventure, but we were waiting in line for It's a Small World. And that's like the area where they come in, where they start and leave. So if you could time it right, you can both be waiting in line for It's a Small World and pretty much see the whole parade at the same time. So
that is what we call a pro tip.
there you go.
Life pro tip. Now, for those who haven't been to Disneyland, it's a weird thing we do here. There at Disneyland, which you've obviously heard of, there's a whole other theme park, very big, called California Adventure, and it's weird because we're already in California, and now we're going to a theme park, I guess, that celebrates California.
I think that the whole conceit of that was like for people who are coming to California, but the only thing they can do is a Disneyland trip. This is a way to like experience some of California while you're on
I
a
see.
Disney trip.
Yeah, because they have a whole San Francisco area called San Francisco, where it's half Tokyo, half San Francisco. It's quite wonderful.
That's from Big Hero 6.
Yeah, where he looks like he looks like the most delicious of all the Disney animated characters. It looks like a giant marshmallow. So it's it's a taste of California. You get everything there, and
It
so
was
they
also the first of those two parks to have alcohol.
that's
Before You
right.
can get alcohol
You get to
except for
drink.
Club 33 in Disneyland. You know, the only way you get alcohol in the public. Go get yourself to California Adventure and drink wine in line. Now you're
Yeah.
living.
The Micheladas,
Very popular.
they were flowing. They were flowing.
Did they miss the opportunity to call it a Mickey Lotta?
Oh, God damn it, Gary.
I don't.
Let's get you on the board right now.
Matt, but you
that
just
was
gave,
beautiful.
yeah, you just gave Matt a big old boner.
Right there.
Oh, my
The-
God.
I don't think you're allowed to combine a Mickey with an alcohol.
Yeah, I think they were so hesitant to
alcohol
like allow even alcohol sales that they wouldn't want to sully their brand, but it's right there. I mean,
Right.
you're welcome, Disney.
Like when we went to the Fairmont, and you know how they have that like s'mores character that walks around that takes pictures with the kids.
Yeah, isn't
Graham.
his name Graham?
His name's Graham. So he took a picture of their family, and I had a drink in my hand, and he had a security guard that says, "Oh, that drink can't be in the picture," and I had to like put it off somewhere. And I was like, "Okay, that's interesting. That makes sense." Graham refuses to take pictures.
Do we not
with alcohol.
enjoy alcohol when we're sitting around a campfire and enjoying s'mores?
Oh, we certainly
Well-
do, but it's just for sharing on social
No, Chris,
media.
because they can't have
Ironically
you
on
putting
the gram.
pictures Of, thank you, man.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh,
take
that's
it.
right where I was going. I appreciate it. You got there first. You
Also,
can't-
is it weird to be a mascot that is essentially something that you would light on fire normally to enjoy?
You don't
I
light
guess
the
it's
Graham on
dangerous.
fire. You light the Mallow on fire.
Yeah, that's true.
I read something that it's actually, and I think about this, and I will try. I will try to do this just because I kind of like it. Is it like part of being a man? It's like one of the things is like you don't take drinks. You don't take pictures with drinks in your hand. It's like a old school thing.
Oh,
This is the
Yeah.
first
It's a
I'm
good
hearing of this.
it's a good thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I
agree
kind of
with that.
like that.
But feel free to have a giant cigar in your mouth, right? Like gentlemen take
Okay.
pictures holding cigars and cigarettes all the time.
I think cigars are fine. Cigarettes are probably not good. I try to hide cigarettes in pictures that I take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also do try to not take pictures with alcohol. Cigars, I don't think it has the same stigma. I think you can take pictures with cigars.
Yeah. Taking pictures with alcohol is, I mean, like we used to do it in college, the solo red cups parties. And then you got worried that people, when you were interviewing for jobs, would go through your Facebook and just see that you're a party monster. So you,
well, we had to really hide it in high school because you could be expelled from school if a picture of you even holding a red cup was found on the internet.
Really?
Now, before this was before social media, so you had to like really deliberately go out of your way to put something on the internet. So I think it sort of made sense. But yeah, that was a real thing in high school, like with sharing photos with friends and stuff. Like if you had any pictures with red cups and stuff like that in them, that was an expellable offense.
Wow.
Wow. Just a solo cup gets you kicked out of school.
Yep.
That's wild. And yeah, I guess because you had to be deliberate about it, because that's just when you had your own personal blogs or a photo bucket or a maybe a Tumblr. I don't know. But anyway, so I was walking around California Adventures. I see a lot of people with this miniature. It looked like a ukulele, but it was a guitar from Coco. And it was like just a collectible whatever. And people had it, and I thought, I want one of those because my son loves guitars, and that'd be kind of cool. Just get him a guitar that he could just throw around or whatever. And so they sold it with the popcorn. You buy it's like $25. You get it was like there's instead of a souvenir cup, you just get this take home Coco guitar. And I thought, I'm getting one. So I get in line for the popcorn. There's like 10, it's like 10 people deep.
And what's Chris? I'm sorry. Was that the only way to get one? Was
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to get it with the popcorn.
Got it.
And lucky for me, I love popcorn. So, it's a win-win. And I'm in line for about 2 minutes, and I just get a tap on the shoulder. And somebody goes, "Hey, are you in line for the popcorn?" I say, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, the back line's actually over there." And he points down another like 60 people.
Oh,
Which I
Oh,
thought they were just
that's great.
standing around. Like that was just too long to possibly be a line for popcorn.
There's a lot of lines happening at California Adventure. It could very
Wow.
easily be for an attraction.
Anything.
I don't fault you. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They could be waiting for a parade.
So I leave the line, and I'm just now in shock. And I'm upset at these people. You're all waiting in line for this guitar, which I ironically was waiting for too. But come on.
That many people.
Have some freaking dignity.
So, Chris, can you
Wow.
give me an estimate of what you thought the line would be when you got into the wrong part, and then what you realized it would be when you turned around and saw the end of the line?
Yeah. So I got in about 8 to 10 people in front of me.
Okay.
But I didn't realize that the line turned a corner, right? So,
Right.
I'm just waiting there, just get on my phone, play a game of Wordle or something, and then and then I get the tap, and I'm just humiliated as I look at all these people like going, who does this guy think he is? I know he's on the Watercooler podcast, but it's fine. Like it doesn't make him that special. So
Right.
I mean, several of them
You
probably
gotta
wondered
Taylor
if it,
Swift that shit though.
the line was so long. And I just thought, what if somebody just wants popcorn? What if somebody just wants a bucket of popcorn? No souvenir. They're gonna have to wait in that line. This is the only spot.
that'd
Crazy.
be my dad. My dad loves popcorn, and he would not give a flying fuck about the ukulele. Poor
There's
guy.
always somebody.
I know. Yeah. See, imagine Matt's dad. All he has now is just that gum that he can only get at Gelson's for chew on because he can't have
That's
any
the
popcorn.
airport.
Yeah.
I love that you
So-
remember that.
So I saw everybody walking around with those guitars all day, and I'm just like, you idiots, you idiots. But secretly, I was very jealous because I wanted one. But that's the kind of like it's weird going to Disneyland. Dawson, you were there recently. You see, like people go dressed head to toe. They match. It is their identity going to this theme park. Like I am a theme park goer, but not just any theme park. I'm this theme park goer.
Well, they
I'm
match.
down with the utility of everyone wears the same color shirt so that we can find each other in a crowd. I think that's a good idea. I often see people wearing things that are not conducive to roller coasters. You know, like some big stupid hat or something that you got to hold when you get on a roller coaster. When it crosses that line, I'm against it.
How do we feel about the line where they've all dressed uniformly, but it's also something that was clearly custom made for that family?
I'm fine
got
with it, 'cause
dope.
I feel like they're out of town
Yeah, they are.
or something. You know, they make. I'm fine. It's like the Price is Right goers. Like remember Matt when you were on the Price is Right? What did you wear?
When I used to work there, so I had to wear a uniform. I had to wear like a stupid red suit. If you
All
ever
right.
seen 30 Rock, think Kenneth. I was a page. That's what I did.
I would love to see a picture of that, by the way. if
Yeah.
you have it.
Can we get a
I
photo
don't
of
know if
that?
one exists.
Oh,
I don't know if one
come
exists, but you
on.
probably could find episodes of. Well, I was at work, so I don't. Nobody took a picture of me, but I bet you there are episodes of The Price is Right when I was working there, and you would see me standing in front of the stage.
You mean your mom never took a picture of
She never
you?
came. She never
Yeah.
came.
Well,
Did
even
you
at
take
home.
a picture of the TV?
I
don't
would
think
think
she did. I
sometimes
don't
the
think she
mom
did.
would say, "Put on your uniform and let me take a picture of you."
I'm telling you, I mean, it's possible. I have no memory. I have my name tag. I have my Price is Right name tag.
What
That's
years
it.
did you work there?
2006 to 2008 range.
All right. Well, we
Sounds about
don't.
right. I don't know
Your,
exactly
we don't.
which
Your
year.
mom didn't take a picture, but we do luckily have a whole army that listens to this show.
Yeah,
So if anybody, I mean, look, they found you on Lingo.
that's true.
We
True.
can certainly,
This
we
is
can
going to be a
certainly
little
see
bit
if
more
anybody
dedication, though.
could find a screenshot. Of
Well, listen,
Matt
Bob
in his
Barker
red
was still
suit.
the host. It was not the Drew Carey era. Or
Can
the,
you think of any notable shows that might be Googleable?
Nope. There'd be no way. There's no way. It would have been summertime because it was like a summer gig. It was not during the school year.
Well, yeah.
I don't
they
think
just
it's out of the
recorded-
reach that
They recorded as a
somewhere,
vlog, you know?
somewhere within our group of listeners,
Someone could find it.
somebody tried to go to The Price is Right during that year and possibly got in, or knows somebody who did. I don't think they took a picture of you, but
Has to be.
it wouldn't surprise me if someone was actually there.
It
Well,
must.
here's a YouTube channel I just found that's called Price is Right 2006 to 2007 with 120 videos.
Boom.
Start looking, baby.
Let's-
I'm
Time
telling you,
to
here's the
sift.
deal. They
Here,
would have.
divide and conquer. Go into the Facebook group and organize this. If like 10 people watch 10 episodes, we're gonna find this, baby.
You
And let
might
me
as
be
well be
clear,
wearing a red
they-
and white striped shirt because we're finding
No,
love.
it was everyone had to wear like a red suit and tie kind of gig, and you would stand at the front of the stage to basically be like stage security. So I don't know how often they will really show that part of the show, but you stood right in front of contestants row. So there's got to be camera angles from the crowd pointed at the stage that are like a little bit low or a little bit off to the side. And you can kind of see the people in red suits standing at the front of the stage. And somewhere in there, several of those episodes for sure. Not just a couple. There are a bunch of those
Oh.
episodes where I will be there for sure.
I can't freaking wait. But so people go to the Price is Right. If you're talking custom clothes, the some of the shirts that people make for this show are unbelievable. And yeah, I mean they're maybe one of three. Matt's probably getting his name tag right now.
My tag. I'm getting my tag.
Get his tag. Oh, there it is.
Wow.
That's a legit. Matt's holding up his Price is Right name tag.
Now this is
I got the
actually
May 15th episode, everyone.
there you go.
Curious
This is
gifting.
not an accurate one because it just says my name Matt, M-A-T-T. And a little known fact here, Price is Right, you have to have your legal first name on your name tag. You don't get to choose what your name is. So
I didn't
if
know
I
they were
was
so legit.
actually on the show, it would say Matthew. And I used to write those name tags. So that's how I know that.
Oh, so Christopher. That's a long
Yeah,
name
there were a
tag.
lot of
That's a long-
Christophers, man. I
I'm
wrote a lot
sorry.
of Christophs on the tag because I ran out of room.
Dude, don't get me started with Christoph. I have a horrible memory of being in like 4th grade and the substitute teacher was reading everybody's name. He obviously didn't know anybody in the class because he's a sub. And because my name is so long, Loxamana, comma, Christopher, it would cut the ER off on all the attendance sheets. So he said, "Oh, it's Christoph here." And the whole class just uproarious laughter. No, they roared. They roared, "Christoph! Oh, is that Christoph?" And I was humiliated. I was freaking
Wow.
humiliated. And I had nothing to do with it.
Did you ever think, Chris, of going by Fur?
You know, it was always Topher. That was always the joke, just because Topher Grace, and he's really Christopher. He went by the second half of his name. But no, I never thought about going by the last syllable.
Yeah, that'd be
And
good. Or just
I'm interested
Fur.
now. I'm interested now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's-
maybe keep Benny away from Frozen then. I'm not sure if that might trigger you or a little bit.
Oh, because of Christoph.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, he won't be. He shall not be watching. But anyway, yeah. So the custom clothes, the poor Christophs on the Price is Right. By the way, Drew Carey had a pretty crazy fish experience at the Sphere. I don't know if you guys saw what he was tweeting, but it was disgusting. I worked with a guy when I was at the Melting Pot, and he had some people over to watch like a fight or something, and he's giving me the tour of his apartment. And I go into the bedroom as he showed me the room, and he has the nicest like set, like dresser, bed, all the furniture, like this whole bedroom is just decked out, just styled. And I look at him and I go, because it didn't match anything else in his apartment, right? Like everything else was like IKEA TV stand, that like particle board coffee table, that weird shelf that's just cubes, you know, like we all know,
Yeah.
And so I thought, why do you have this high quality bedroom set? He looks at me and he just goes, "Price is Right, double showcase." I'm like, you
Oh,
son of a
man.
bitch.
How did he do it?
Holy hell. You got the double show. You got both prizes.
That's good.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty epic. And
I mean,
sorry.
that's a freaking awesome flex. How many people can do that?
It's very
You're
rare.
within 1,000 if memory serves.
Yeah, but like
Either
I
1,000 or
doubt-
100. It's something crazy.
Yeah.
I doubt 500 people have ever done that.
He did it.
That's
So
awesome,
that bedroom set was part of his double showcase win on The Price is Right.
dude. That's the
If
first
anybody
line
wants
of
to
your
find his
obituary, right?
episode, his name was Ryan.
What if the episode that he wins is an episode that you can see me in?
Mine. Then
That
we
would
are
be the
then we are
craziest thing on the face of the
1,000%
earth.
living in a simulation.
Yeah, exactly, right?
And just this computer can't compute that kind of randomness, and we have to just live like in this world. Which, by the way, simulation theory. I've been reading a lot more into it, or just really just watching videos about it. It's interesting and terrifying at the same time.
Let's get a News Nook segment going, pal.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not confirming nor denying what. It's a fun theory though. Matt, so you have a Todd.
I do. I got a TOD.
What's going on with you?
So my wife and I are planning a European vacation. We're going to be
Euro
going.
trip.
We're going to be going to France and to Spain, and it's happening the end of this summer. And
Nice.
as you guys know, we got 2 pups, one of which Taco is almost blind. He's not like completely blind, but he definitely has.
Elderly.
He's very elderly, and so we are in this situation where we are very likely going to have to pay to have somebody come to our house to stay and live in our house and watch our dogs while we're gone for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
you
my
have a
question,
Don't you have a friend that runs like a fucking animal shelter out of his house?
he lives in Seattle.
Oh, my mistake. I'm sorry.
But
Taco's not good enough for Seattle, huh?
no, we're not gonna fucking fly him out with his
What?
heart condition out to another state. So, my question to you guys really is, what are the odds that whoever we hire is going to go through like every drawer in my house? They're gonna live in my house for like 2 weeks.
Oh, very high.
2 weeks at your house, Matt. I was at your house for your Halloween party, and I went through all your drawers. Like he's gonna do it.
Well, that was also my sub question. Like, what are the odds that this person is going to go through all of our stuff? And sub question, what would you do? Now,
I've been using the same. Go ahead.
I say, with no malicious intent, I would absolutely go through drawers and stuff after 2 weeks, just because I'd be bored. Now, I've admitted to that sin. You guys are all staring at me. I wanted to ask you guys first. What's the deal? What would you do? And what do you think is going to happen to my beloved house?
When I was like 15, I had to walk this lady's dog, and I went through every drawer in her house. On the other hand, I have a dog sitter that I've had for the last 6-7 years, and I would bet my house she has not gone through all of my drawers.
And she's a fucking con woman because she definitely has.
No, she's certainly unique. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
She's certainly unique.
Now, Matt,
But-
there is a way around this.
Go on.
You can just buy cheap cameras and just be very forthright with this person that you have cameras on the inside of the house so that you can maintain peace of mind that your animals are okay and they're going to behave very differently.
Good call.
But I wouldn't want to watch anybody's dogs.
I'm saying don't connect it. Just like put it in there as a decoy. and
Yeah,
tell this
that's.
person.
I'm glad you said that because we do already have a camera that even earlier today I told Julie we should absolutely set up in a very obvious place as a decoy camera.
Set it up in an obvious place, but just be completely forthright with the person. Just be like, wanted to let you know because you're going to be in here. Like there is a camera right over there that we can access from our phones. So just giving you that heads up that that's kind of something we do. And as a result, and
you have a guest bedroom where these people will stay, right?
Yeah, I think that would be the idea.
Yeah, so they stay out of your room. You put an obvious camera up in your bedroom. That'll keep them out of your room.
There you go. All right.
Well, does your bedroom have a lock on it? Because you could just take all of your crazy sex toys, put them in your bedroom, and then lock the door, and he won't find them.
That is another option.
First of all, you don't think they're already in the bedroom?
As I said, Halloween party. I went through your kitchen cabinets, man. I was freaked out.
Yeah, that's a great idea. But you guys, Chris and Gary, now need to confess thy soul.
Okay, here's my story about looking through drawers and stuff. So, when I was 17, my friend, she had an older sister who had her own place out in like the Naples area of Long Beach, beautiful part of town. And she was out for a business trip, and she asked us, or she asked her sister really, to go watch, stay and watch the cat and house sit while she's gone on her business trip. And my friend decides to have some people over, so she invites me and a few friends, like 5 guys, and her, and we're all just hanging at her house, and we go exploring. Because I mean, her sister was super hot. Like, just like, oh my god, we're at her house. This is amazing. This is crazy.
Is the little sister allowing this, participating? Like, what's her?
No, she just wanted to hang out. The guy, okay, and and you're not gonna believe me when I say this. I did not participate in the exploration, but a couple guys went exploring, and one guy comes back into like the room where we're all hanging out with what's called a rabbit, which is a sex toy that has like a little spinny thing on it. Gary's
Go
is
on.
it's called a. It's
Tell
a
me
very
more about
popular.
this.
It's a very popular. It's a very
How
popular sex
popular
toy.
is it, Chris?
I think it's like one of the most popular ones because we did like a segment around it on the Corolla show one time. Like it, and when they talked about it, I was like, oh, I've seen one of those.
Was
So-
it the rabbit?
So here's my question, Chris.
Yeah, it's called a rabbit.
I don't think I phrased my question correctly earlier. So, like, at this point, the guys have gone off. He's now come back into the common area. What is the little sister's demeanor at this point?
She's
Is she-
horrified. She's horrified. She's
Okay.
like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh my god!" And he turns it on, and he's like, "I found it. It was in a shoebox in her bedroom closet." Blah blah blah. And so we're all the guys start passing around for a little bit, and then she's like, "Get that thing. Put that thing back. She's going to kill me. She's going to kill me." And we put it back. Whatever. We have a good laugh about it, and then
Good,
Next-
good
the next-
hearty chuckle.
good hearty chuckle. But the next week, no chuckles were had because they didn't put it back right.
Busted.
They did not put it back in the way she had remembered it, and our friend was quite upset, and had to come clean about all that happened. She had people over and blah blah blah. So, yeah. So that's my recollection of snooping, but it does happen, Matt, and I'm worried. And look, if Taco's blind, I mean, he's not
He's not
gonna
gonna be able to
do
do
much.
shit.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He's not even gonna know you're gone, really. So it's
Well,
He won't be looking through your drawers, at least.
that's true. Now, I proposed this scenario to Julie, my wife, and she said that she would not go through anybody's drawers. And then I said to her, "What about when we rent an Airbnb?" And then she said, "Well, I'll absolutely go through every single drawer." So I said, "What is the difference?" And she said something that kind of blew my mind. I want to bring it to your attention. She said, at an Airbnb, you are paying to live somewhere and thus have the right to look through the drawers.
that's
But
correct.
in this scenario, you are paying that person to live in your house. And so they are not entitled to look through all of the drawers.
It's 1,000% correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're
No,
still
I'm
going
not
to.
saying looking through the
They're
drawers
still-
is
they still
completely
will.
wrong.
God damn it, Galen.
Yeah, it's absolutely wrong. But you're gonna have to get like some weird locks on it, or just throw your sex dungeon stuff into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bedroom and lock it.
Again, it's already there. It's already in the bedroom, Chris. I don't think you understand. There's
Okay.
it's not in a separate room.
All right.
Gary, please, can you be the one voice of reason here? Would you go through everybody's things?
I would not take a job where I was living in someone's house for several weeks.
Because you'd be
I-
so tempted to take everything.
No, not at all.
Understand? No, say no more.
I
get
will
it.
say, I will admit that as a younger man, when my parents would leave me alone in their house, I would sometimes search that shit, trying to find if they had anything cool hidden. But I have stayed at friends' houses, like our very own Mike Dawson here, for several nights dog sitting. No, I don't go through his shit because that's my
Yeah, I
thing.
don't-
Like,
Dawson,
whatever,
your
like,
rabbit was exactly where you left it, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
open a-
No,
and this is true of everything. I will be very comfortable at a friend's house without asking to open a reasonable thing like a kitchen drawer if I'm looking for a fork. And I realize like that might be rude. I should probably ask. I noticed myself doing it at the bachelor party. We got into that house and I started treating that kitchen like I lived there. But like, I would not go open like a bottom dresser drawer because what the fuck do I need that's in there? That's fucking his space. I'm not gonna fucking
I
touch your
certainly
shit.
wouldn't do it at a friend's house.
No, definitely not.
But at
If
a
I didn't know
stranger's
the
house.
person, I might be curious and I might
Yeah.
look through some stuff.
Just a look. I'm not gonna take anything. Just
Yeah.
curious.
See,
Yeah.
the real move, Matt, is you need somebody who lives walking distance from your house to where they can just come in, feed the dog, but they don't want to stay there. They don't want to spend the night. They don't want to,
Yeah.
and then they just pop in because
I
then
mean,
they have
can-
no desire to stay.
Yeah,
Can,
but dogs eat all by themselves.
So your dog wouldn't get by on like 2 20-minute visits a day? Because that's kind of what
Yeah.
we do. We have someone who comes in for like 20, 30 minutes, like plays with them, feeds them, and then dips and then does the same thing for dinner.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the fact that we are home so much, we both work from home. Like, I would like somebody to be there to keep, especially the little girl, the little puppy. She still needs like attention a lot.
So how are you finding this person?
I honestly, at this point, we're probably just going to go via Rover, which is a pretty reputable site.
Like a rove
But
through your drawers.
oh my god,
Uh,
it's in the name. Maybe I
Right
should
on.
find a different service.
it's a good Zeppelin song though.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a something that we're trying to figure out. We have a little bit of time, but we have the trip planned, so like it has to happen.
All right. Well, if anybody has any tips, write it in the Facebook group.
Yeah, and
we'd
not
love to
tips
hear.
for looking through people's drawers without getting caught. I mean, you can include those too, I suppose.
Yeah. Don't worry. There's nothing really that crazy at Matt's house. Speaking of Rover, dude, I don't think there was any game that gave me as much anxiety as Red Rover. I was just praying that they wouldn't call my name and send me over.
Yeah.
And
Gotta try to break through those arms.
got to break through these kids' arms. It hurt. I just
And then there's that moment too where as you're running, you know, you got to do a little bit of judging. You got to try to figure out where am I most likely to break through these arms.
Well,
You
you
don't
gotta
want to
look-
run to like the two best friends. You know they're never letting go of each other's hands. You got to
Right.
find the dude who's holding hands with the girl that's not in the same social circle. You're gonna bust right through that.
That's a fantastic strategy, and you're 100% correct. You want somebody with a light, loose grip, and that's that. When if they send you over, that's where you got to break through, and so you got to really analyze. But gosh, it was just so humiliating not breaking through. Like, oh, Christoph can't break through. It was just like these kids are just so mean. They were so mean,
Oh,
you know. And I was trying to
you
get
should have
my.
gone by fur.
Oh man, it sucked. All right, well, before we get out, let's do some comments. Let's do a couple quick comments here. You guys ready?
Yeah.
It's time for listener comment.
All right, and these are all comments found within our Facebook page. And if you want to join our Facebook group, please just go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions, and we might let you in. It is my favorite place on the internet. It's free to join. And we got a good old group of people here. All right, so let's go to a comment here. I saved a bunch of comments, and I don't know why they didn't. They're not showing up. So I might just have to just pick a
We
random.
edit nothing.
I know. Okay, Mark Diethelm just writes: Is cheesecake really a pie?
Yes.
I feel like we did this about 69.
Well, it sounds like somebody. Yeah, it sounds like somebody's listening to the archives.
Yeah.
Because,
Yes.
and is rightfully just as upset as we were about the.
That makes more
whole
sense.
segment.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Matt, and that's definitely something Matt came up with because Matt.
Yeah, I would react to it now, but I just feel like I don't have a good take. And whenever we first talked about it, X amount of
Matt's-
episode ago, I was on fire about it.
Matt will just stick to his original take. Find it in the archives. You can get our
Yeah,
archives.
let us know.
You can get our archives anywhere you find this podcast. It's all available, and we love going back and listening to the silly guys that were actually us. All right, let's see here. Oh, Kathy Lowry. Love Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
OG.
Been a
OG.
while.
She says, all this A1 talk made me get some for the steak she was cooking tonight. Good call, Gary.
All right.
A1 should be paying us now. We are responsible for the A1 revival, I think.
No, we're not.
Yep. So
No,
we
we're
can
not.
thank everyone can thank us.
They would
for
not.
it.
I say enough awful things about them. They would never advertise on this show.
You
I went
say-
to a
Oh, go
I
ahead,
went to a
Keith.
steakhouse over the weekend on Sunday, and I was debating whether or not to ask for A1 just to gauge the waiter's face and see like how disgusted he would be by my request to get an A1 at a super fancy
Oh, they
steakhouse.
keep-
But
I
keep
think
the
they're
poker
probably
face
used
up.
to it.
They
Yeah.
keep the poker face up.
I don't know.
I don't think they get disgusted just because I think there are enough people that do it. I always tell Jenny this.
There is judging.
Yeah, when she like, and I think about this like let's say I go to a hotel and I'm trying to clean it up and make it not seem like it's a huge mess, for the person fixing up the room. I always think, they've seen a lot worse than this. This is nothing on the scale of like things that would horrify them, and I think asking for A1 is nothing compared to like some of the requests that they've probably gotten over their
Mhm.
years. So, I think A1 is small potatoes. But asking for actual small potatoes when all they have are big ones, that's
Yeah, but you know what? Small potatoes. are great with.
Oh, I said I'll substitute it for ketchup 9 out of 10 times. Dustin Cook. This one's interesting. Because look, we've already made it clear, especially on our Patreon, we have people with PhDs that listen to this show. We have lawyers, we have doctors, we have surgeons,
Cell phones.
cell phones, everybody, the whole gamut we run. And Dustin Cook writes, as someone who's worked on private aircrafts for over 18 years, I feel like I need to speak up. The inner window pane, which is the one that I saw was shattered before my flight home from Vegas. The inner window pane is purely for keeping people and objects from touching the exterior structural window, not to keep the pennies out. That inner pane is made of plexiglass. They crack frequently. They hold absolutely no structure integrity to the aircraft. Woof woof bobos. So there you go. I knew I was fine. I didn't feel like it was that.
Yeah, I was under the impression that everybody knew that.
But no, but he's confirming that it's not really for pennies, like the pilot on my plane was trying to convince everybody, like, please don't, whatever you do, not slide pennies in that crack. I can't confirm that we'll all be screwed. So just heads up. Troy Jackson. He writes, dudes, I just got around to catching up on the past episodes and heard I was called out for bailing on Dawson a few weeks ago, and I feel absolutely terrible. In typical LA fashion, I double
it's all
booked
right, dude.
and had a birthday party to attend, and that evening that I'd forgotten about, I still want to link with you guys. Let's reschedule. Woof woof. Well, Troy, you are dead to us. So I am
Listen,
sorry.
you can't
but
blame
you
him. You
cannot-
know, a 1-year-old's birthday party with a taco truck to go to.
Yeah, you lost your chance. You lost your chance,
Funny.
Troy. Have a good life.
No, dude, I'll see you sometime, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure too. Jacob Morales says, forget pickleback shots. Whenever you try a hot Mexican hooker shot, it is tequila, Tabasco.
Nope.
Gary's already out.
I'm still in.
Kaylin.
I'm
still
also out. I'm also
Yeah.
out at this point.
Why?
Because I don't want Tabasco and tequila.
Tabasco is
and I know what's
delicious.
coming next because I saw this post.
Okay.
And so I'm definitely out.
Tabasco may be my favorite hot sauce. Sorry, Sriracha, but you've been pushed out. Tabasco might be it, just because it's so vinegary.
I will admit it is underrated.
People just think
Cholula
it's
is gonna fucking body slam all of those
No.
options.
No,
so-
no. Tabasco is underrated. Kaylin's right, because people overlook it thinking like it's just the basic B hot sauce because
Yeah.
that's what everyone is. But it is really. I asked a guy from New Orleans. I just went, and maybe that's this way. So I was like, "What's the best hot sauce? You're from hot sauce country. What do you got?"
Well, that's not fair. He's from
Louisiana.
Louisiana, and they're raised on Tabasco.
I
It's
know,
made
well,
out there.
Yeah. Well,
He's obviously going to
So he
say
knows.
Tabasco.
so he knows.
Also, you could just dump a little Tabasco into your ketchup, mix that up, and that'll work.
What is the best
That'll
hot
just-
sauce then, Doss?
I like Tapatio.
Okay.
But there are
Solid.
other better
I feel like
ones.
it's
If you have a
versatile enough.
Vallarta near your house, go to Vallarta because they have exponentially more jars of hot sauce than like a Ralph's. You'll have like
I'm talking
4
just major.
brands.
Let's
at
just keep
Ralph's.
let's just keep
Yeah,
it to
I
the
feel
major.
like a lot of the kind of
They got, like,
off-brand or
20
even
brands.
niche hot sauces don't taste
Yeah.
very good.
I know. I don't like the niche hot sauce.
Yeah,
I
And
that's
like,
then
where
you,
you
then you have
gotta-
a whole bottle of hot sauce. It doesn't taste good. You're like, all right, I guess I'm just throwing this out. Then that was a waste.
we got a lot
No,
of.
I
like,
gave
Corolla.
you that one, Kaylin. I gave you that one a while back. That
I
was a
was-
pretty good hot sauce.
Oh yeah, I was using it for a long time. They have it at the
Yeah.
Walmart down the street from
Yeah.
my house. Yeah,
Oh, and Kaylin's right. Putting Tabasco in your ketchup is a elite move.
yeah, it's solid.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you like vinegar, like me and Kaylin.
Well,
Gary, what's your hot sauce of choice?
It'd be sriracha.
Yeah, sriracha is good, but
A close
It is
second
the
would
best.
be Gringo Bandito.
that's true. Yeah, I have seen Gary put down quite a few bottles of Gringo in my day. And then Matt, yours is Chipotle. I mean Cholula. Yeah.
No, it's probably Tapatio. Actually, now that I think about it, I get those confused a lot.
Tapatio, I think, is better than Cholula. Tapatio is really good too,
Yeah.
but I like the Mexican hot sauce too. But I don't know. Well, anyway, the hot Mexican hooker has Tabasco, not a Mexican hot sauce. Tequila and Kaylin, are you still in?
yeah, I'm still in.
What about tuna fish juice?
Now I'm out.
Oh,
Now I am out.
It looks weirdly. Here's a picture of it. It's like coagulated. It's gross
No.
looking.
I do like
would,
tuna though. I
no.
eat tuna salad like two
I
or
would
three
try
times a
it.
week.
You
if
do.
it was a
Yeah, I do.
if it was a dare or a bet or everyone was doing it,
I do
sure,
it. I do it for money.
I'll do it.
I do it for 20.
But I would never order this thing on my own.
Right. I would try it. I would try if Kaylin, if I had a 1-year-old birthday party and they were serving this, would you? would you,
Yeah, ask the taco truck
give it a
until
shot?
it goes.
Like I just said, for 20 bucks, I'll do it. How about that?
All right. All right. Well, I love how we have to pay Kaylin.
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
not
some
fucking
alcohol.
drinking Tabasco and tuna juice. That's disgusting.
So wait, what
Unless
you're
it's for
saying
money.
is if 4 people sign up for our Patreon, that's equal to $20.
If 4 people sign up for
Oh,
our
I like
Patreon who are
this.
not
Yeah, can
already
we start
members,
a new-
I will take a what's it called, the dirty hooker shot.
a hot
All
Mexican.
right, mark,
Mexican
mark
hooker,
the clock.
yeah.
This episode's coming out probably May 1st. So I
Right,
don't know what
so,
number
yeah.
we're at.
We're gonna have to add a new tier. So we have the Malo Money tier. We have the, but we need we have the Bobo Video tier. Now we have to get Kaylin tries a hot Mexican hooker tier. And if people
I mean, let's
No
name it something else.
context.
if people want Kaylin to try a hot Mexican hooker, then that might be the tier to sign up for because it sounds like it will work. All right. Anyway, so those are our comments, everybody. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you. You get outros in the Patreon. So speaking of elite moves, also this guy at California Adventures. So I talked about the first time I went to Disneyland with the kid, and I was like full dad mode where the tram's rolling up, and I didn't really know how. I wasn't good at folding up the stroller, carrying all the bags that we brought, all the diaper bag and all the jackets and all that stuff, while Jenny carries the baby. And so the tram pulls up, the doors open, and I have the stroller, I have all these bags, I'm trying to fit into this tiny little thing. I look and feel like an idiot. They're like, oh look, Christoph's trying to get on the tram, everybody, and everyone's
Right.
laughing.
And you got all upset and then looked over your shoulder and saw there was a Disney character trying to get onto the tram.
Right. Yeah. It's all. Yeah. Exactly. So it was annoying. It was annoying. And it gave me anxiety. As I said, like I get anxiety about that kind of stuff. I just want to be smooth and under the radar. I don't want to draw attention, and people are looking at me feeling sorry for me.
Now, did you pre-fold it or did you wait until the tram
I
arrived?
did pre-fold it,
oh,
but it
okay.
doesn't. It's still not that good of a stroller to where I can like carry it easily, like in a narrow pathway with
It's
bags.
clunky. Yeah,
It's clunky, exactly. So this time I'm ready. And I have my stroller folded up. The tram pulls up. I did that sign earlier, but I was lying. The doors do not automatically open. You have to hold those things open yourself. So my hands are
I
full.
was gonna ask about that.
I know, Matt
Yeah.
worked on trams for a long time. He's like, I know
just wanna
trams.
keep the
Trams,
reality-
And he's been to Disneyland a lot too.
trams do not have those automatic doors. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So I'm carrying all this stuff and I'm walking over the door to get it. And I'm about to like use the bottom of my elbow to get it. And this guy is just walking up the tram, doesn't even look up, and just holds my door open and just waits for me. And I get on and I say thanks and just gives a head nod and sits in his part. And then on the way out, same thing. Before I'm even getting up, just holding my door open.
Nice.
And I look at him and I just go, thank you. And he goes, oh, I've been part of Stroller Crew for a long time. I know.
Ha.
I
And
was
he
gonna
just- he
say,
just-
that is 100% a father right there.
Yeah. And I was like, dude,
Nice.
I felt like I was part of a community. And,
Yeah.
and I plan on paying it forward in my day. So
Did you tear up a little bit?
I'm tearing up thinking about it, to be honest. just retelling the story. So yeah, just there are moves that people do that I really appreciate, and that is one of them.
Definitely
Yeah.
a different move than Kalen does when he does the move.
No, I appreciate that move too, though, just as much.
That's a good move too, but it's especially in the first few years of their life, there's definitely that thing where like you have the utmost empathy for someone who's just a little bit behind you in the game.
Yeah.
And, like you're definitely going out of your way to try to help them out.
Yeah, like my brother-in-law, his kid, he was late coming to a family function. He just sent a picture of the car seat just covered in shit.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Mm.
I'm a little busy right now. And he has 2 kids, right? So So he pulls to a gas station, and all he has is just like a couple of water bottles in his car. So he like takes the kid out, takes the seat out, dumping water bottles, and this like Porsche just pulls up into the gas station. This guy runs out and just goes, "What can I do? I have kids too. What can I do?" And they just tag team this situation. And then the guy just drives away like a freaking guardian angel. There are
And the
people.
next person to squeegee their car was pissed.
Yeah. But yeah, they're good people out there still, and it warms my little heart, my little cold black heart. Anyway, all right. Well, anyway, that was this week's episode. Why don't we go around, get our plugs in, and then we'll GTFO and get started with Patreon. So I will start all the way in North Hollywood, California. Mike Dawson, what do you suggest everybody check out this week?
Well, I'd appreciate it if you came out on Thursday night to Flappers, showtime 8:00. It's round 2 of that comedy contest, Thursday at Flappers. And then Friday and Saturday, I'm hosting at the Comedy Chateau. Ooh. And please check out the podcast, Heroes Behind Headlines with Ralph Azullo. I think you'll find it really interesting.
Let's go.
Thank you.
All right. Dawson has a lot of stuff going on. I love it. All right. Gary, what about you?
Yeah, check out our Patreon. It's a great deal. If you're still listening to this show at this point and you're not over there, then you're missing half the content. So check that out, patreon.com/watercooler. And we have all kinds of fun stuff over there. Movie nights and, meetups, all kinds of cool stuff.
And you can get Kaylin to try a Mexican hooker.
And outros.
And outros. Oh, the outros. Matt, what about you?
I'm going to second what Gary said, patreon.com/watercooler. We are in the middle of a 2-part Chez Fond-du-Lait where I'm about to do something I really regretted at a restaurant, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it.
I will say that I'm still just upset with the first half, and I don't even know what to expect.
I also, by the way, in my neighborhood have come across a real life version of The Sting, a reference to our most recent movie club. And I got to tell you guys, this is a crazy story that is ripped from the local headlines. So anyway, patreon.com/watercooler. I got lots to talk about, baby.
What a freaking tease. Matt's coming with all the Todds. All right. Kaylin, so would you?
Not a lot of shows out there right now. Shogun's over, Fallout's over, so I've kind of been looking for a new show, and I might like to recommend this one. It's not the most exciting show, but Gary Oldman is fantastic in it. It's called Slow Horses on Apple, and I think it kind of flew under the radar. So if you're looking for a new TV show, pretty solid.
Jenny was watching Baby Reindeer last night. You guys
I've heard of that show. I've heard people talking about it, but it just didn't. I mean, I read the tagline. I was like, I'm not.
It was a little, yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but it's really fun to watch Jen's reactions to it. I just liked watching her like just yell at the TV and a lot of F words. So it was a joy for me to watch at least that. And then as for wait, Gary, we did your plugs, right? Yeah. Okay, so as for me, my band Loxy will be playing at Tantalum in Long Beach. May 18th from like 6 to 10 or 6 to 9:30 or something like that. So just come out, hang out. I'm also playing at the Wilmore in Long Beach. That'll be a acoustic solo show, and that's also like from 6 to 9 or something. So that's the 25th. That's May 25th. So 18th and the 25th, 2 Saturdays in May. I'm playing some musica. All right, and that will do it for this week's Watercooler. We're back for Patreon with more, and let's just see what happens with Matt, because I am not looking forward to it. All right, we love you, and goodbye.